Number 24 here, folks. Welcome, stats, to your second video for your probability homework set review. Again, watch this video because I'm going to tell you exactly how to show your work so you can get all these questions right and with full credit for showing work. Given the probability distribution, do write this little table out, this probability distribution. Find the expected value of x. So the expected value of x is just x times its probability and the sum of those. Okay, so you're going to write it out like this when you have yours in a second. The expected value of x is x times its probability plus x times its probability plus x times its probability plus x times its probability. Then, do you show that arithmetic? Expected value of x would be a 2.39. All right, this next one, the expected value of x would be 1 times its probability plus 2 times its probability plus 3 times its probability plus 4 times its probability plus 5 times its probability. All right, not bad. You guys are going to do the exact same thing on 12 and 13. If you want to make, you don't have to make, the table like that. If you want to make it so it's elongated vertically, that's fine on 12 and 13. No big deal to me. 14, you guys can do 14 on your own. This one is definitely sample of 12, and it's 12. P is 0.65. This is the binomial, chapter 13, folks. Go to chapter 13. All right, 29 example I'm going to do according to the CTIA. I forgot what that stands for. 25% of households are wireless only. That's might be lower now. Simple in a random sample, a simple random sample, 400 households, determine the mean and the standard deviation. We can do the normal approximation to the binomial on this because n times p and n times 1 minus p are going to be pretty large. So the mean would be n times p, 400 times 0.25, that is 100, very easy. Standard deviation is n times p times 1 minus p, the square root of that. Do show all that work. Square root of 75, always around mean and standard deviation to 2 decimals. And that's it. That's what you're going to do for 15. Now 21 or 31 here is like what you would do on number 14 above on your homework set. So this is a good one. You need to define X according to the American Lung Association. 90% of adult smokers started smoking before they were 21. 10 smokers, so that is a very small sample size. You cannot do the normal approximation. There would be no z equals here. And so p is 0.90, n is 10. Okay. Find the probability, so x is smokers. You do need to find x. Find the probability that at least 8 of these smokers began before 21. Given you have 10 of them, find the probability that 8 or more began smoking before 21. So probability that x is greater than or equal to 8 is the probability that x is 8, plus probability that x is 9, plus probability x is 10. That is 10 choose 8 times, you guys see from there, 10 choose 9 times that, plus 0.90 to the 10th. Now, I'm sure different things on line. You can find a calculator for the 10 choose 8s. You can get an app on your phone. The calculator one, I just googled I just put on my iPad the scientific calculator. I think it does combinations as well. Okay, anyway, 0.930 would be your final answer. B, find the probability that less than 8 of these smokers began smoking before 21. So probability that x is less than 8 means really 7 or lower, which means everything but 8, 9, and 10. And you already have that. In example A would be 1 minus your answer from A. Okay? There you go. Remember, on 14C, inclusive means 6 and 8, and anything in between, which would be 7. All right, for 14C. That one's not too bad. Now, in this next set, I'm telling you that a binomial probability experiment is going on. So you're going to have to use the binomial probability distribution. And I'm giving you, so like 16 is just like 34. So if I want to know the probability that x is 6, it'd be 8 choose 6 times the probability of success, 0.75 raised to the 6th, times probability of failure, 0.25 squared. And there you go. It's that easy. That's how you're going to do 16. Now, 17 is identical pretty much to 36 here. Do you write the statement, probability that x is between 15 and 17 would be the probability x is 15 plus probability x is 16 plus probability x is 17. That's how you would set up the work. I do want to see the work like this. So this is all from chapter 13. All right. 18 for you, probability that x is less than or equal to 2 is the same pretty much like 39. Probability that x is less than or equal to 1 means x is 0 or x is 1. For you, x is 0, 1, or 2. It's probability that x is 0.85 of failing all 12 times plus 16 once, failing 11 times there. All right, there you go. That would be that answer. And then events are just disjoint if they don't have an intersection. Either A or B happens, okay? They cannot happen at the same time. There is no intersection if two events are disjoint. So the reason I gave them a lot of these in the last 2 years is they're very easy. So if the probability of A intersection B is 0, then the probability of A or B is simply the probability of A plus the probability of B, okay? Do write that at the top. So you're going to write, like in 42 here, probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B. That's simple. Probability of A or B is the probability of A plus the probability of B. Do write it as a fraction first and then give me, and then round it to 3 decimals. So 19, 20, and 21 for you. Simple, folks. Simple. And then 22 is the last one for you. So what did this have? This had how many questions? 51 questions they had last year. You had 22. Not bad at all. And you have 13 days to submit that to me. Probability it rains in a certain town every day during... So basically on any day during the month of April. So probability any day during April it's going to rain in a certain town is 0.68. Find the probability it rains for the given number of days in April 2020. Or if you want, let's call it 2021. Maybe a better April, okay, in this town. So x equals a rainy day is what you'll do. X is between 19 and 21, 18 and 22, more than 27, less than 4, and then find the mean and the standard deviation. Okay, how many days are there in April? There are 30. N times P and then 1 minus P times N are both big enough, so you can do the normal approximation on E. All right, so there it is, folks. There it is. If you don't know if you're showing enough work, you can send me an email. I'll just say whether or not it's enough work. I'm not going to say whether or not it's right. As you know, it's a college class, but I will tell you if, yeah, that's enough work for that. Okay? If you want to do that, because, yeah, you don't want to lose points for work, and I have to do that when you have take-home assignments to end the year. This is your last grade here before the final exam, and you guys got that email for the final. I'll start making videos for your final exam review guide. All right, be safe. Yak Math Video signing out.